Sports Rap Live, you already know how we do. Scandalous, no rumors, just scandalous. Happy birthday, Pippin. Right now.
Why yo! Birthday shout out.
I hope a truck full of AIDS hits that thing. Who cares about the MTV Movie
Rap
Awards?
Birthday shout out.
Who cares about that?
Happy birthday to my boy Adam Rapp, putting it down for SRL at the Junction Bar, Houston, Texas, 713. Grizzly Gang, down below, you already know.
It's music.
Bro, G.
Snooki. What Snooki does is not music.
Snooki's after music.
What happened? What about
Birthday shout
75% of the people that are there don't do music?
Birthday shout out.
We're actually in the set back here.
Ready? Shout out to my boy Adam Rapp on his 21st birthday. You know it's going down Thursday night. Sports Rap first. No telling what's going down after that. Yo, happy birthday, brother. I love you.
Bosh.
Sports Rap Live, the official broadcast home of SRL Sunday Football Wrap-Up, coming this Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. on Sports Talk 790 and iHeartRadio, right here from Junction Bar and Grill, 160 West Gray, in the shadow of downtown Houston, Texas. Where they have the best bar food around, hottest wait staff in the city, coldest drinks around, and one Godzilla screen, as Kadoma calls it, and 42 screens of live sports action, including the Trillist Sports Talk on air, right here on Sports Rap Live. Come see the power of the Rap Pack live and in person every Thursday and Sunday night, right here at Junction. It's a party tonight, y'all. We're getting trippy, man. You already know how it's going down. If you want to get in on any of the talk tonight, you can do so by jumping on the Silverleaf Ghost Pepper open mic tonight, since we're going to be recording this for vidcast. And as always, it is brought to you by Diamond Supply Co. and DiamondSupplyCo.com, where the brand new fall collection is available right now. Get those fleece, get those hoodies, get those tees now before it starts to get a little bit cooler in the city. Football season is upon us, so you want to make sure you gear up and get ready. And big shout out to all the lifers and Fairfax natives, including Youssef, Young Corey, Sean Lyles, right there at 451 North Fairfax in West Hollywood, California. Shout out to Pusher Mania, who's in the building tonight. My homie Matt, all the way from ATX, doing his due diligence out there, making sure you occupy the vote and you make your voice be heard. Because, Andrew, you talked about it the other day on Twitter with Bond a little bit about the vote doesn't matter in Texas, but I believe it does.
Well, mathematically, I'm correct. But that's only for the presidential race. And that's because we use electoral college. It's actually a popular vote that we have here in the United States. But that's at the presidential level. Your vote does matter on the local level. This is sort of political science stats 101. The first day of my class, my professor basically told us why you shouldn't vote, or expect your vote to count, at least for a presidential election. But it doesn't mean you should vote just because you want your voice to be heard and vote. Certainly on the local level, you want to vote for your congressman. Those are people who can affect change more directly than you can by voting for the president.
Well, you guys know right now the dial from 790 is 740, so if you want political talk, you can head over there to get that in. Tonight we're going to talk sports, and we're always keeping our eye on the diamond on the show for the baseball fans as the action really starts to wind down. Andrew, we're just a few weeks away.
You mean to ratchet up?
Ratchet up and wind down.
All right.
We're going to head straight for October and get ready for the playoffs. And, you know, October baseball, there is nothing like it.
We're already here. The Yankees are fighting for their playoff lives. The Yankees, they used to hold the #1 spot in the power rankings for a while. We kind of, gotten away from the power rankings because the power rankings really don't matter anymore. It's sort of about who's playing hot right now, who's in the position, who's losing meaningful games, who's winning meaningful games. And we need to talk about the Yankees and the Orioles because they are duking it out. Tonight they're playing.
Wait, time out. Did you say the Orioles?
Yeah.
What is this, 1997?
Sort of.
I'm not turning 22 tonight.
22 chains?
22 chains, no. That was 15 years ago, the last time that the Orioles not only had a winning record, but were actually in contention for the
I don't think the Orioles are a good baseball team, but that doesn't mean they can't make the playoffs. So we'll talk about them, we'll talk about baseball, what else is going on. Bryce Harper, he was sort of left for dead for a while. He had a big slump, towards the middle of August, but he's turning back around. He's been getting hot lately. We'll talk about the Nationals. We'll also talk about Brady McCarthy. I'm not sure if you saw him getting hit in the head.
Well, you brought up the Nationals. They hit 12 home runs in 2 games. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. The power's there, the pitching's there. Well, the pitching might not be there for too long, but
by the way, that's the most. that's the most annoying story in baseball right now is the Bryce Harper thing. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about that.
And the fact that you got the Braves who are in a similar situation with another young pitcher,
Sure.
and how they handled him, and we'll get into that later on in the Martinez report, I promise you. But I want to ask you guys, what if the Nats made a World Series run in an election year in DC? How crazy would that be?
It'd be pretty fun. Mostly because the whole Beltway, that whole area, it's a good fertile baseball ground. Like the fans really like to come out for those games right there on the Baltimore area too. It'll be interesting to see both those teams out, Baltimore and the Nationals. You know,
Who would have thought we'd be saying that?
I know, it's crazy.
That is crazy. Hey, have you ever had a miserable birthday, Andrew?
28 of them.
Oh, Andrew.
I treat birthdays as my father does, which is it's just another day.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised.
You know, I saw Ice-T mention something on Twitter. I kind
It was
of
probably his wife's ass.
I favored it actually. You know,
Probably his wife's ass.
it was the other tweet. He said there's no such thing as age. You're either alive or you're not. And
There you go.
You need to be worried about
Preach,
that.
Ice-T, preach.
L-I-V-I-N. Such genius.
Living,
Hashtag
hashtag,
L-I-V-I-N.
hashtag. Well, the reason I asked you guys if you had ever had a miserable birthday, because the Red Sox are having a miserable season according to their manager, and we got to get into this. This is a hot mess.
He's calling out radio personalities. I tell you what, Adam, whenever I had that bet with Bun, I should have just said before the last day of the season, because we'd be a lot closer. Because he's going to get fired. And then we have, you know, our good friend on a Sunday, and he's over here telling us, K-Dub, yeah, he's telling us, I don't think that, what he's hearing is, they might bring him back. To do what? Clean the floors? For what, comic relief?
Wow.
No, he's not, Bobby V's not coming back.
Well, hey, did you see a return of Tito, or is there too much? Not this Tito.
I am back.
Tito's got to be here on. Yeah, you are. Thank you for being back here, by the way.
I heard it's kind of
This is a no butthurt zone.
it's a weird feeling without me.
You think they can bring back Fancona, or there's too much bitterness there?
There's way too much bitterness there. You couldn't pay him enough money for him to come back and be like, look in the face, Ben Cherington, not Ben Cherington, I guess, because he's a new GM, but some of the old front office there that basically threw him underneath the bus and called him out for his pill usage and him being like an alcoholic and other things. Basically just called him out for personal reasons after he left. If I were him, I would definitely say no. It would be probably about 20 years, maybe a little bit less if I were him, to want to go back to that sort of organization, or at least new management, because they did him very wrong after what he gave that organization.
Absolutely, and look where it's left them this year.
I'm not saying what they said was wrong about him, but you just don't air someone's public laundry like that after they left, after the guy took you to 2 World Series. After not having one since when, the curse?
100 years.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey, Andrew, we'll shift from baseball to college football. There's lots to cover tonight, including a look ahead this weekend. I got some games I want to highlight.
We got some SEC action coming around locally. Texas A&M, their first SEC game. Also going to have the first SEC game from Missouri. Talk about that. Talk about some crazy lines. Oklahoma State, I think the line is 84. I'm not kidding, 84 points. It's not official, but that's still pretty high.
That's why I can't get into college football.
That's just one game, though.
I mean, come on, man. That's ridiculous.
I agree, it is ridiculous.
Why are you gonna throw those kids out there like that?
I think that's actually Savannah State versus Florida State. My bad. So that's interesting.
And Savannah State just got rolled 84-0 against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they got trucked. So
Ouch. Like truck fit?
I don't know, but close.
Probably so. Hey, if you don't think that Bama's the real #1, you must be smoking on that honey badger. Because
he's back at LSU, by the way.
Yes, he is. He's enrolled. He's a normal guy. He's taking classes. He's trying. Well, I mean, in school, he enrolled in school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's not back on
They
the
don't
team.
drug test the normal kids. It's Louisiana.
Just the football players.
Just the football players.
And I think it was his 3rd offense, or at
Yeah,
least
it
his
was.
2nd known offense. For
No,
sure.
it was his first offense. That's why he got the boot.
But LSU must be playing for second again, Andrew. Bama, I don't think any of us here at the table or any of the Rapp Pack thought that they were going to drop from that #1 spot.
They weren't at the #1 spot yet. They were.
I'm sorry, they won't drop from the #1 spot.
Oh,
Now that they got it locked down.
I still think they're going to win the national championship. I still think they're going to go to Baton Rouge and they're going to lose. But you know what? That's like losing to another top 3 team in the nation. LSU and Bama are right now just they're on another level. They're on another level, and I think we saw that this past weekend whenever Michigan, they played it was against Alabama, and you just saw Denard Robinson just get shut out. Just pretty much just shut out. But we're talking about elite level schools there.
Speaking of getting shut out, Michigan shut on. We're telling Michigan State to shut up as they take to Twitter and dog those boys. You see this?
This is why I don't have a problem with coaches banning Twitter. But all it creates is problems. Have you ever heard someone do something positive, at least on the college level, that's on Twitter for these football players? Not really. Not really. Sometimes some guys do. They reach out to, underprivileged youth, or some kids who are sick, and they actually do reach out. You don't hear enough about those stories. But the big part, you hear a lot of knuckleheads. Counter that few. Knucklehead.
Good point, good point. Hey, we got some NFL nuggets, some juicy NFL nuggets for you guys tonight. Brought to you by BC Smoke Shop, including my man Big Cuz, who's in the building tonight. He's out here having a good time hanging out at Junction Bar and Grill, but he told me, watch out for those Cowboys. And what happened last night? Those Cowboys look like the Cowboys that everybody expects them to be, but I don't really think they will be coming into the season.
There's a new Jacoby Jones on the mobile. It's called Victor Cruz on the mobile.
Ooh, drop the call?
That line will be dropped so quick. Plus David Wilson, dude, there's no crying in football. I don't care if it's your first game and your first carry. You can't cry on your first NFL fumble. Did you see that last night, Adam?
He was crying on the sideline. I know. Tom Coughlin had to come and say, hey, shape up.
Yeah, hey, grow up here.
Yeah, grow up here.
Or get off my sideline. You can't cry.
In the first half. It was the first half. It's not even like it was a...
the first carry.
Yeah.
His first carry.
Absolutely. No, I don't know.
I think it's his second or third carry?
Yeah,
still.
Coughed it up. Well, the Giants just came out flat, and we'll get into more of the details of the game as DeMarco Murray looked good. Hey, the Cowboys secondary, I kind of thought that they were going to get exposed.
No, they look great. Why did you think they were going to get exposed? Brandon Carr, that's a elite level cornerback, and Mo Claiborne is coming to play. You know those LSU
stepped up.
Oh yeah.
That kid stepped up to the challenge.
And where did they get that quarterback from? Who was that quarterback that they had?
Romo?
That wasn't Romo.
That was Romo.
No, that was a real NFL quarterback playing.
No, that's Romo, because we haven't got to December yet.
Oh, okay.
When the leaves start turning colors, Romo starts showing his true colors.
Okay, because I'm like, that's not the Romo I'm used to seeing play.
What do you mean not the true Romo? His first interception, Daniel, went back for 6 points. He got lucky. Lucky Michael Boley didn't run that in.
True.
Well, and the 3 drop passes from Victor Cruz. I mean, those were big yard chunks. I mean, those are
uncharacteristic drops by
chunks of yards.
Yeah, those were big first downs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ogletree saved Romo's night.
He did. I remember him from Hard Knocks a couple years ago.
Yeah, who would have thought Ogletree would have...
Well, I remember him from last season. His name was Laurent Robinson.
Yeah, who would have thought Ogletree would have worked his way into NFL Nuggets?
Not me. Well, I mean, we saw him last year, though, didn't we? His name is Laurent Robinson.
I wonder if people picked him up for fantasy after that game.
I picked him up in one of my leagues.
Did you?
Yeah.
He beasted for you.
I think he's sort of hyped, but I mean, also because Miles Austin, he had a hamstring buster throughout camp.
Also, looking at the Giants, they always a slow starting team. They're always a slow starting team.
Hey guys, we got so much material. We got to save some of this. We're already getting
I know. Let's let everybody know what else is going on. The Texans are 3 days away, so
I thought we were getting into it.
Man, they're going to turn those Dolphins pink on Everlion Stadium on Sunday.
Beat them up.
That's for sure. Hey, we'll get you up to the speed on all the latest from the Kirby boys over there, the Kirby crew. And this is going to be the biggest year in the 10-year history of the Houston Texans. And they have a lot of expectations to live up to. We're not going to put too much pressure on them, but I think they've got to go farther than they did last year if this is going to be a successful season. You have national attention on the Texans this year.
Let's just start with week 1, win 1.
Let's win the first game.
Because we've had some seasons where opening day has not been pretty. I'm telling you.
Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, i.e. the Jets.
You remember the Steelers? Yeah. We played the Dolphins before. Had a rough little time before.
Yeah, but never lost to the Dolphins. Dolphins and Bears, the 2 teams the Texans have never lost to in the regular season.
I'm just saying, let's just get week 1 out the way.
Did you see the Dolphins in the preseason? Did you watch Hard Knocks?
I watched Hard Knocks. That was a snooze fest of a Hard Knocks, by the way. Horrible. Yeah. It's so boring. I only got Shadow Cinco for like 1 week. Now, Lauren Tannehill for like maybe half an episode.
Well, they only had the 1 episode with Ocho Cinco getting fired.
Well, and then my favorite part of the whole season was Reggie Bush and Carlos Dansby and Jake Long going into the coach and being like, Coach, you know, we have meetings, maybe like a guidance program, so you can let us know before guys get cut. I'm sure the coach jumped up and was like, well, guess what? If you headbutt your wife, you're probably going to get cut. Like, what kind of advisory committee are they looking for? You got to give us a heads up, coach. Give us a heads up before guys get cut.
No pun intended. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heads up, coach.
That was a good one. We had our sports790.com You Pick 'em Challenge kickoff this week. It got off to a rocky start with everybody picking the Giants, but congrats to Matt Jackson for picking the Cowboys because the Cowboys won. And that's all that counts in this You Pick 'em. You can go to sports790.com right now and still make your picks for Sunday. You guys saw the tweets all week. And you can join the VIP list and challenge your favorite 790 personalities. And hey, after all the boy bashing this week leading up to it, the Giants came out flat. We'll talk about that when we get into some of the NFL stories. And we'll give you our picks this week for Sunday and tell you why we went with the teams we did. I think Indy and Clue and I were thinking a lot alike as I went through and looked at some of the picks. We also, that's right. What's that?
You and who?
Indy, Kalu.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. We both took Washington. I'll give you one of my picks right now. A lot of other people went with the favorite Saints, but I'm going to take Washington in the upset.
Well, you have the right to lose to me as well. Just like all our listeners. You guys have the right to challenge me and lose. I'm excited about this.
That means you signed up.
Of course I signed up.
Yes, he did. His username is Antinez, everybody. Make sure you follow along. Hey, we got a very special video sneak of the week coming up on Sports Rap Live. And it's very fitting because it's a movie here tonight, just as our boy Oak Cliff says. And we are on number 160. Kadoma's bringing all the latest news from around the sneaker world. And that's brought to you by Active Athlete. There are 4 Houston area locations. Make sure you guys get out there for all your fall gear as the releases start to drop as we head into holiday. And there's something for everyone tonight in the Bad Rap from around the world of sports and entertainment at the end of the show right here on Sports Rap Live. Keep it locked right here for the podcast every Thursday night. It'll be up by Friday afternoon. Make sure you get ready for the weekend. You can find it in the universe with the other 10 million people now on the Matrix on iHeartRadio. But right after the break, we're going to be waiting on somebody to check in with us. And I think his name is the Trill OG. As he heads over there, we've got the cap giveaway tonight in honor of my birthday.
That's a lot of hats.
And that's what I want to do for my birthday. I want to give back to everybody and make sure everybody has a good time and gets a little something, a little party favor, if you know what I mean.
Not bad.
So keep it locked right here at Sports Rap Live. We'll be right back. Wait a minute.
What's good, man? This your boy Dirty Dog D. Boy, that's Nick Chasing Chainsaw. Dirty and Nasty. Send a shout out to Adam on his B-Day. Happy birthday, Adam. Wait a minute. Just want to give a shout out. Adam Rapp, Sports Rap Live, Tanner & Co, Made Fresh Daily. Happy birthday, baby. H-time.
It's your boy Everyday Life. Sending a shout out to Adam. Happy birthday, dog.
What up? Shout out to Adam and his birthday over here, B-Day over here. Where's the beer at? Where's the shots at? Let's go.
Courtney, birthday shout out to your bro.
Happy birthday, brother. Birthday, brother.
Tanner.
Hey, do you want to
Yeah.
All cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to give you a shot.
Thank you.
I'm about to give you a shot. You gotta finish that one.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely.
Birthday shout out. Into the camera.
Alright, give me a second. Let me get these shoes.
It's already on you, man. It's already on you.
What?
Go. Come on, Doma.
You can't put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, natural.
Happy birthday, Adam Rapp, the one and only Sports Rap Live, representing for 3 years. Got the whole rap pack in the building. You know, couldn't do this without you.
That's what's up. We got hardcore coming up. Get over here, hardcore.
Shout out birthday. Birthday shout out.
Birthday shout out.
Look at it.
We're out here, Sports Rap Live. The whole team in here, the rap pack in here. Shout out to Adam for his birthday. It's going down. H-Town, win his mug.
Perfect.
Rap
know what it is. Matter of fact, we do it big in this bitch. Hope you have a wonderful birthday, my brother. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your day. Just like we do it. We getting it in, homie. Take care, bro. One love.
Already, baby. K-Dub in the building. Rapp G. Happy birthday.
Get over here, Jet. Get over here, Jet.
You know how to come out and say happy birthday, mad love.
Perfect.
We're going gangster.